with myself. That's the way I wanna be, laughing with myself. That's the brightest side of me.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Laughing with Myself. This episode is sponsored by Liquid Death. So, right now, you can get $5 off any case of Liquid Death because you're listening to Laughing with Myself. For a limited time, you can go to your local grocery store, buy any case of Liquid Death mountain water flavored sparkling water or iced tea and get $5 off instantly through Venmo when you text them your receipt. It's super easy. liquiddeath.com/silly. You get all the details. That's liquiddeath.com/silly for $5 off any case of Liquid Death when you text them your receipt. Yay, I did it. Okay, everyone. I had my first piano recital ever in my life this past Sunday, December 1st. And it went good. There are a couple keys I might have messed up on, but all in all, pretty damn good. I was nervous up there playing. I played Shenandoah and Malaguena. I was nervous, and I noticed this. I get nervous when I have to take myself seriously. And that's a serious thing, piano, you know? Even in my mind, I just expect laughs. And I was even plotting before, because every kid introduced themselves and the songs they'd play. And I was thinking as I was sitting there in the audience, I was like, oh, maybe I'll get some laughs by saying, hey, this first song I'm playing is Shenandoah, which I originally first heard in the video game Endless Ocean on Nintendo Wii. I first heard it as I was scuba diving down in the abyss and petting sharks. I heard in the background Haley Westerna, an opera singer, sing, "Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Oh, your rolling river." And that's how I knew the song originally. And I wanted to say that all up front before I played the piece. But I'm glad I did not. It's not the time or place. So I just said, I'm playing Shenandoah, and then I played it. And actually, the music book that I have, the kids' book, the second, I'm barely on number 2 of the kids' piano books, but it says in the description, it's about the Shenandoah River, which was named after the Indian chief Shenandoah. So I'll research more about it. But anyway, yeah, I just think that song's so pretty. And then I got back up to say, I played Malaguena. And then I sat back down, played Malaguena. And that's a fun one. And yeah, then I took a bow and walked back to my seat to sit with my parents. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Just, thinking about, it was me and other kids, and I just pictured my parents in the audience, and the other parents are like, which one's yours? And they're like, that one right there, with the gray hair and the bangs. Yeah, it was cool. There were some kids that were just brilliant. I mean, freaking Eli, this little 12-year-old, he was just so fast. I was like, okay, show off. No, he was great. He's going to they're already good. And I didn't learn any instruments as a kid. I was and my mom offered. My other 3 siblings, they learned piano, harp, guitar, drums. And my mom asked me, any instrument that you want to learn? And this is what I said as a kid. I was like, no. I'm a singer. She was like, okay, save more money for me. But I took some singing lessons. But yeah. Oh, sorry. My right ear, I had I had a headphone in there. And then the Rode mic, it made that high squeaky sound, so I'm still hearing it in my ear. Ouch. Okay, back to what I want to discuss. I made Christmas cards this week from CVS. Shout out to CVS for pumping them out so fast. Let's give it up. They had a simple layout on the site, and I just picked a couple photos. I picked this photo of me with my little achievement for my piano recital, my pink tree, and a picture of Penny. And I sent that off to about 20 people, I guess. But yeah, it really felt good to actually sit down, put the people's addresses on the envelopes. It actually made me feel very real. You know, everything's so fast in technology, but the minute you have to sit and ask them for their address, write it out, try to make sure everything's legible. Is that the word? Legible? When you read it? Read words? Yeah, I also wanted to shout out to the post office and mailman and mailwoman, because they have to read some pretty shitty handwriting out there, and they have to figure out, where the hell is this house? Is that an 8? Is that a 3? They just have to take a swing at it. I don't know about Christmas gifts. I'm not doing that much anymore. Just for my niece and a couple little gifts. Gift cards are good. But I don't want to fill people's lives up with junk, This is corny, but sometimes a good letter from someone with you being vulnerable and opening up, that's a nice gift. An item can come and go, but words could stay there in your heart. So if you want to just write someone a letter and be like, hey, here's my gift to you. It's a beautiful story from my childhood. They might be pissed. They might be like, what the fuck is this shit? but maybe they'll be later in their bed at night, Christmas Eve, and they'll be reading it. They're like, damn, this really moved me. It's inspired me to cut off friendship with this person. I'm kidding. See how I made that turn right there? Yeah, as I get older and older, it's all about experiences. I keep thinking that too. You just want to look back at your life when you're older and be like, damn, I had a good time. I love that memory. That was fun. That was beautiful. Also, I shared some photos from the weekend of I had really one of my favorite Thanksgiving weekends ever in my life, because it was filled with, I felt so whole. I felt like a whole pie or something, whatever's whole. But yeah, because it was filled with my loved ones, good food, and music. Guys, music. I'm loving it. Saturday, I sang with my friend's band, the band that we're releasing the Spanish cover album, which will be out soon. And then Sunday, I had my piano recital. And I'm watching other musicians play and just getting inspired by community and people. That's number one, man. Gathering with good souls, and music, the best. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I shared something on Instagram, because I shared a post of my weekend and all the piano recital and everything, and I got about 20,000 likes. I know that doesn't matter, but I think people really like authenticity and vulnerability, and I think that what that little post I made was that. Taking lessons on an instrument as you're getting older is important. And I'd like to say that, try everything you want to try, because now's the time. And it's, you don't want to look back and be like, damn it, I wanted to try that. So do it. Anyway, That's all I have for being squishy for you. Although, no, I have more squishy stuff. I really like I did 2 new drawings this week. And actually, this was inspired by trying new things and hobbies. So this drawing here, it's a frog that's hopped over, and it says, try it all, leap and fall, you groovy frog. But I changed it on Procreate to try it all, leap and fall, you magical goofball. So it rhymes. I like a rhyme. But yeah, so there's a froggy trying piano, typing, writing, painting, cooking, planting, and I guess just falling in a river and hopping out of it. So, yeah. And then this one I redid from a drawing like a month ago. I had this little person covered in a blanket with a bunch of little balls of light, and it says conserve energies. But I wanted to redo it, so I'm glad I did. So this one, the watercolor came out real pretty. Conserve your energy, and it's kind of like taking back all the little energies you put out, bringing them back home to you in your heart. And it's nice and warm. The yellow light near your heart, and the blue on the bottom of the blanket is fading away. So I'm really proud of those little ones. And also it felt good to, I hadn't used watercolor by hand in a bit. I was getting lazy using it on digital, which is fine if you do that. I personally, like, it feels better when it's on paper. That's me. But yeah, and it's nice when it turns out good. Especially watercolor, like you could mess it up and then it turns brown and you're like, fuck! Although brown's not a bad thing. But anyway, I like how the colors blended on this. I was like, phew, my goodness. I should do my second ad now. Hold for ad. Here we go. This podcast, Laughing with Myself, is sponsored by Liquid Death. Liquid Death. It's such a good water. Every time I see it anywhere, I grab that can, I pop it open. I also love it because I do like the skull art on it. Guilty. But I like, it's a cool bottle. And it's also aluminum and recyclable. And they're called that because it's death to plastic. You know, that's why it has Liquid Death. So, yeah. And it's, I love the sparkling and I love the regular spring. I've tried the iced teas too. They're pretty good, but the classic water is my favorite. And right now, you can get $5 off any case of Liquid Death because you're listening to Laughing with Myself. Limited time, you can go to your local grocery store, buy any case of Liquid Death, and you could text them your receipt through Venmo, and then you get $5 off. So go to liquiddeath.com/silly, get all the deets. Any case, that's liquiddeath.com/silly for $5 off any case of Liquid Death when you text them your receipt. Okay. Yeah. They got a few iced teas that are good. Rest in Peace, which is a iced tea agave. There's a Arnold Palmer one. Convicted Melon. There's a melon drink. So if those, leap out to you, get it. All right, back to the episode. Let's see. I want to talk about this. When you go to a house and someone says, "Please take off your shoes," but you clearly see it's nasty in there, I think you have every right to say, "I'll keep them on, actually." That bugs me when people tell you to take off your shoes and you do, and your feet, and it's dirty as hell. No. I remember I went one time, I think it was some actress from my class. I went to her place to work on a scene. I took off my shoes. She's like, "Yeah, we like taking off our shoes." And I was like, "Okay, no problem." And then I see water spilled over. There's a dog. I'm like, ew. Ew. Don't get mad at me, but is it okay if I listen to Just the chorus of I'll Be Missing You. It's a collab song, and yes, Diddy is in there. But don't... It's such a good song, and it was in Rush Hour movie. It was in the Rush Hour movies, and God, the chorus is so good. You know what I'm talking about. Every step you take... God, that's a jam. That sucks, you know? Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone that I sometimes listen to that one. He's a bad man. I was thinking about the happy birthday song and how it's nice and short, but have you heard Las Mañanitas? That's a long one. A kid really has to learn patience to listen to that one before blowing out their birthday candles. Let me sing a little for you. Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David. Hoy por ser día de tu santo, te las cantamos aquí. And as a kid, I was like, oh, it's done now. And then it goes, despierta, mi bien, despierta. Mira que ya amaneció. Ya los pajaritos cantan. La luna ya se metió. Qué linda está la mañana. And you're like, no!
Shut up and let me blow my candles.
That's what the kid's thinking. What else did I write down here? Oh, I have this new bit. I've done it a few times now on stage, and it really tickles me. So this actually happens to me every now and then, and I have a lot of Latino fans, and I love them. And there's these like Latino nerdy dudes that when I have meet and greets, you know, I'm happy to say hello, take a photo, and, you know, that's it. But sometimes they'll just corner me with these funny questions. And they always were like, they'll be like, Melissa, man, I'm such a big fan. I have one question. Just one, before we take our photo. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to take up your time, but, hey, why weren't you in Barbie? Like, everyone was in there except for you. I don't know, dude. I just didn't get an audition. They didn't want me. Ah, man. Maybe you could tell Greta Gerwig to like edit you into some Blu-rays. I don't think that works that way, dude. Hey, yeah, one more question. Why weren't you in Oppenheimer? I didn't want to be in that. Like, can we take the photo? Yeah. Let's take a photo. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm wasting up your time. But wait, one question. Marry, fuck, kill. We're really doing this right now? Yeah, marry, fuck, kill. Bilbo Baggins, Gandalf, or Limp Bizkit. And I'm like, do I have to kill the whole band? Yeah, you have to. Okay, well, I guess I'd bang Gandalf, marry Bilbo, and kill Limp Bizkit. I knew it. And then they always do this thing where they'll be like, hey, they'll say something, you want to be an Oppenheimer? And I'll be like, no. And they're like, nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you. They'll be like, nah, I'm just playing. They'll immediately shut it down. Hey, do you do a Betty Boop impression? Oh, no, I don't. I'm sorry. Learn it. Anyway, yeah, let's take a photo. I'm so sorry. Then we'll take the photo. Hey, are you going to freeze your eggs? It was fun when I was on the tour with the Wolves of Glendale. I was telling them about this. I was like, this happens to me. And then we were just, you know, riffing, coming up with silly things. And I have to give credit to the Wolves because they thought of the Oppenheimer and the Barbie. It's so funny. I love my fans. Everyone's so sweet and so adorable. Just the best. I am so grateful. Yeah, guys, a lot of gifts for you this holiday season, from me to you. My special, once again, it'll be out on my YouTube New Year's Day. Look out for that. Welp, what now? And my Spanish Boleto album will be out before Christmas. and the coloring book as well. Should be out, I think, by next week. So, guys, thank you very much. Tomorrow, I embark on a beautiful trip. I am going to perform for the troops, for the USO tour, and I'm very excited. That's going to be a really special experience, one that I will be happy to share with you when I get back in a couple of weeks. And the last gig of the year, Portland. I'm at Zany's, or no, it's Helium. Helium Portland, sorry. I always get those mixed up. Helium in Portland Comedy Club, December 19th through 21st. So I hope to see you there. I will be bringing my art and these new bits and the joy in my heart. So hope to see you there. All right. Well, be well, my fellow friends. Bye. Thanks for listening and laughing with myself.
Laughing with myself, that's the way I wanna be. Laughing with myself, that's the brightest side of me.